If you're getting your real estate license here in Ontario in 2020, you're most likely going to be doing it all online. Here's what to expect. Hey, what's up guys? Callum Moore here, and on this channel I share information that we need to achieve real estate success. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. At any point during the video, check out the description below. I list links to what we discuss, all my recommendations, and how to contact me down there. Let's get into the video. So this video is just for what to expect on the exam itself and how it operates. I can't take screen recordings during the exam for obvious reasons, but this will give you a good idea of the platform and what to expect. I'll try to create a replica of what the exam itself is going to look like. But before that, for those that don't know, I'll mention just very quickly, Humber College Real Estate, with the help of online exam services, now provides you the ability to do your exam at home with integrity. So this is what to expect on your online exam. I don't cover the onboarding process or the face or room scan. If you'd like more on that, I do have other videos, or comment below. I answer every single question. So once you are given access to the course from support, you have the option to take a tour. The tour doesn't go against the time allocated for the exam, so don't worry about that. But I actually didn't take the tour myself. I don't want to risk using up any more brain power before I enter into a 2 or 3 hour exam. I'd much rather do what you're doing right now, like research and watch videos like this before going in. But by all means, take it for sure. If you're not like me and don't experience burnout, definitely go for it. I find these exams just way too long, and I can only work hard straight for an hour, and then I need like a 10-minute break before I go back at it. So these are already challenging enough for me. So I like to just get right into it. On the exam, access to start your test will be faded out, and you'll have to request to start it by using the pop-up window on the bottom left. The exam support for me has actually been pretty good, but I have heard some horror stories, unfortunately. You'll open up the chat window and say, "Hello, I'm ready to start," and they will make that button accessible for your clicking needs. From there, your exam will start. I'll try to break down all of these features here. But I know I'll be missing a couple, but these are the major ones I can remember. Remember, this graphic here is just like the Ocean's 11 bank vault replica. It won't be perfect. So you have the pop-up chat window here I mentioned. You can ask them stuff like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And they will say stuff like, "No, you cannot," but you will have access to them throughout the exam. So if you have any questions or issues with how it's functioning, message them. So far, like I said, they've been responsive. Here you have just your questions and answers laid out. When you are confident with your answer, just choose A, B, C, or D, then click the arrow and move over to your next question. You have a calculator, it just pops up and you can move it around just like your normal laptop calculator app. If I'm remembering correctly, you might just be able to maximize it or minimize it, but same thing. Okay, this feature, the bookmark. Although this feature is very good, it could be better. But let's just go into how it works. On a question that you're not too sure about, or say you get it down to like 50-50, you can bookmark it. When you click this button, two things will happen. It will highlight as well as indicate the amount of bookmarks you have so you can keep track along the top. If you click it again, it will unhighlight. Unhighlight, is that a word? And it will be taken off the amount of bookmarked questions you have up top. So the worst thing about this bookmarked feature is it doesn't place all of your bookmarked questions into an easily accessible folder, at least at the time of this video. Like, it would just be lovely if you could just click this button right here and they would all just appear in a nice little folder, but they're not, meaning at the end of the exam, if you've bookmarked your questions, you'll have to go back through question by question and to see the highlighted bookmark icon along the bottom. If they were all grouped up into a folder, it would be so much better. We could just quickly access the ones that we weren't too sure about at the end of the exam. But that'd just be too easy. They like putting us to the test in every aspect. Going back through the exam, question by question, is probably where you'll experience the most lag. Hopefully it won't be too bad for you though. We've all found that between questions, the exam does lag. Almost kind of like the Humber College website itself, so maybe they're used to it. Or like the spinning wheel of death on your Mac. Have you ever experienced this? Whenever you get this, you're like, "No, the spinning wheel of death!" And then you yell out for people to hear so everyone in the house can experience your pain. Just like this, watch. "No, the spinning wheel of death!"
Spinning wheel of death!
So this lag can be extremely annoying. I've actually only had it take 10 seconds once, but other people have had it freeze completely. So hopefully you'll be okay. The timer along the top, this is a must obviously, but super glad they have it. It's so nice to know where you stand time-wise as you progress through the exam. I always take the total amount of questions we have and divide it up by the time that we are given, as well as set a halfway point for myself. Course 1 is 75 questions and 2 hours, so ideally I want to be past that 40 question mark with about an hour to go, that type of thing. Or more exact, I have about 90 seconds per question. And last, submit exam. When you've finished, you've double checked everything, you've hopefully had time to go through all of your bookmarks, it's time to submit this puppy. From what I remember, you will hit submit exam and it will take you to a window where it'll show you all of the answered questions. So it's like another double check where before you submit your exam, you can check this and see if you have missed any questions or left anything blank, because that would suck. Even if you didn't know the answer to a question, it's called multiple guess for a reason. You still have 25% shot at it. So here I would suggest just telling support you are finished, and if it's anything like mine, they'll tell you to do this. There will be a 3-arrow tab on the top right. You'll press this tab and it'll take you to a screen like this where you will upload your exam. You'll wait for that to reach 100% and you're done and dusted. Just in time too, because you've had to use the washroom for the past hour. I really hope this helped, and when you go to take your exam, if there's anything I missed, comment below to help future people out. And if you get a chance, check out this video right here, where I go through exactly how I study for each exam. We'll see you there.